Rooster versus Ragin.
Wait, I'm up against Ragin?
Oh, I've never played Rooster.
In this Mechabellum match between two high-level streamers, we'll cut between their first-person perspectives for maximum learning to improve our own play as we get the thought process of both players.
Huh.
It's my first time playing Rooster.
Ragin usually plays like some crazy aggro. I mean, Firebatter's spec here is not that bad, but there's also some decent saber packs. I guess he might have balls though.
So, what'll it be? Maybe this? Or this?
Let's play some cost control actually. Or sledgehammers.
Cost control specialist. I like this setup here. Right here. Space them two behind, and the crawlers spread out really nicely.
Is it ever like triple tarantula?
Holy!
Well, I like Rooster's bold decision to deploy a third spider. Remember, he is cost control specialist, so are they strong enough to take down the tanks?
I think we win. First round. I'm gonna get savers.
The first round isn't too exciting, as they both deployed in a headbutt. Both tarantulas and sledges can scale well if they gain early levels, so it's important to check if anything gets enough XP to level in the first round. Can Rooster's spider win the round? Oh, no, it cannot.
Oh, level 2 sledgehammers instantly. Wow. Rip.
Ooh, I'd really love to take this, but I'm gonna take this.
Intensive training. Oh boy. Quick TP as well. I mean, that's something he's definitely going to make use of.
Maybe I don't have to take it, because he's just like this. Level 3? Imagine a level 3. He'll have to get Scorpions, though. Do I want to play against Scorpion?
I kind of want to like skip and buy 2 wasps as my flank protection, but maybe I shouldn't care. I think he takes quick TP. I don't think he takes intensive.
It's really tough not to take deployment module here.
Ragin, of course, grabs that level for the sledge first, which only leaves him with enough money to deploy some chaff, a very reasonable addition of 2 fangs to prevent anything from instant locking his sledges. Now, I never would have thought of this. He very cleverly uses the deployment module to move his crawler from his weak side where it wasn't doing anything to the flank. Meanwhile, Rooster skips the reinforcement and uses the extra money to unlock and deploy 2 squads of wasps to defend against the inevitable flanks from Ragin, and then gets the damage upgrade on the tower to offset his cost control debuff.
Went for the deployment module. The deployment module is back crawlers onto my flank. Huh. Also, really not what I expected, but sure.
Although Rooster was amused by the deployment module crawlers, remember, he went into the game knowing Ragin is an aggressive player, so his preemptive flank defense with the wasps really paid off. And although Ragin did get some fangs for anti-air, they're all in the front where they'll die before they can help kill the wasps, much to Ragin's annoyance, allowing the tarantula and the wasp to level.
Level tarantula is good too.
I don't like that one leveled, though.
Kinda keeping up with his sledges at least.
I think Rooster's next remark is a great example of a higher level player's thought process compared to a newbie.
And if I can force him into Mustang, I'm pretty happy.
He's thinking one step ahead. By forcing his opponent to build Mustangs against the wasps, his tarantulas will have more good targets on the board.
We get the haste module now, though, for the Mustangs.
And Ragin is playing right into it. He takes the Arclight level, I'm not really sure why, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference here, and then unlocks and places 2 Mustangs and equips the haste module. Rooster goes for the haste module too. None of the other cards really make sense, and it's rare to pass on the haste module as it's such a great item for a low price. He takes the tarantula level to keep up with the sledges, and the wasp level. He takes explosive ammo on the tarantulas and deploys another spider with some late arriving crawlers. Now at first, Rooster debated between range or explosive ammo for his spiders, which didn't make any sense to me.
It's HE or range here.
They're in a headbutt, so why would he need range? But explosive ammo will help him clear chaff and damage more sledges. But that's just another example of lower level thought process versus higher level. I'm thinking about the immediate scenario, but Rooster is thinking turns ahead, where there will be those backline Mustangs with range that they need to compete with. Still, he does go for HE now because it's cheaper.
Yeah, I did manage to get him into Mustang. It's very good. He gets a Rhino next turn, so he needs some DPS, but...
On one side, the tarantula devours the Mustangs, and on the other side, the leveled wasp beats out the level 1 Mustang.
We get levels on these Stangs.
And unfortunately for Ragin, neither Mustang gets a level before it dies.
Oh, come on. Pain in the ass.
He's still not too worried though, because all he needs is some sabers to take down the spiders and tank a bit for his mustangs to turn this game around.
Oh, the HE there was doing so much work.
Yeah, I just need saber-tooths. I have my rhino. I could also just... Oh, speak of the devil. There's some... I mean, what am I saying no here? This is good because I have the deployment module, so I can put this guy wherever I want.
He's thinking about range here for a while before clicking it, probably just making sure he'll have enough money for everything else first. Selling out of sledges as they lose the leveling war to tarantulas and feed the wasps, buys another mustang, and techs double shot on his sabers to guarantee he'll delete those problematic spiders. He also gets temp speed, I guess just to make sure his rhino can connect to the tower fast enough for the debuff to hit at a good time.
I mean, saber here makes the most sense to me. If we need damage against this. If you want to be annoying, we could obviously like throw the fire badgers on there. I think I have to go saber though. It's way too good of a...
Meanwhile, Rooster goes for sabers also. They'll help with the rhino, which theoretically the steel balls or scorpions may have also been able to do, but they wouldn't have been as good versus the rest of the board. Now, Rooster had been planning to sell out of wasps after baiting out the mustangs, but the wasps have been leveling and the mustangs have not, so the extra DPS of the wasps could actually help versus the rhino, and he opts to keep them. Even though they both added sabers, Ragin's choice of double shot puts him far ahead in the mirror.
Oh my god, that one shot, dude. Double shot sabers. And it kills that as well. That's disgusting. Oh, this tech, dude. Probably should be removed, but... Or at least become 300 cost.
It is a pretty insane drop for me, actually, to get saber there, to be honest. And now he has to worry about the deploy rhino, like, all over the effing place.
Do I go range here, or do I go double shot as well? I guess redeployments could be good.
Especially as he grabs these 3 spider levels, now Rooster's really invested into his tarantula that are just melting to sabers, and he's struggling to position his own sabers to get locks as quickly as Ragin's.
I should probably, like, move this over here, right?
To top it all off, he has to try to position his sabers to deal with this rhino, but he has to guess the position because with the deployment module, it can reappear at a new position every turn.
I guess this guy's kind of screwed, but whatever.
Literally, I'm gonna move it. Oh, my, I got another one. It's just like double redeploy, right? It's just like, watch this.
Meanwhile, Ragin is absolutely gifted redeploy, which allows him to pair chaff clear with his rhino as they constantly dodge around the map to attack from new angles.
Oh, right, the deployment mod. And redeployments. That's annoying to deal with. I should have just lined these up for this. Like, it was kind of obvious he was gonna sell this, or like move it.
Ragin continues selling out of his sledgehammers, adding chaff to distract Rooster's sabers, as well as adding some more sabers of his own, and finally teching them with range. This is a good turn for Ragin, but I do think he needs to be thinking about the future and what he'll do after Rooster gets a hold of his sabers and rhino flanks. I mean, even watch how the rhino play works out this time. With a missile to clear the way, it has a clear shot towards the saber, which it instantly kills, but even so, it still doesn't get the tower.
This rhino will just not die though. It's only level 1 saber, sadly. Oh, the mustang. I guess the wasp may have it. Not the worst, but range double shot is disgusting.
The problem with spider, right? Just doesn't beat saber.
Like, that's so disturbing. It just one-shots itself. Like, what is that?
His saber double shot tech advantage is letting him win for now, but how much longer?
He's definitely gonna take the spell. Or will he use it? Does it matter?
To be fair, I think Ragin knows he has to mix things up at some point, but usually you wait for unit drops to try something like that. So for now, he's stuck adding chaff to support his rhino shenanigans, taking levels on his existing units, and trying to play around the storm spell, which he was so certain Rooster was going to pick. These barriers will protect his units, but they'll also probably die during the round to Sabertooth, putting him down in economy. After skipping the card, Rooster finally gets that double shot on his sabers, and likewise waits for the unit drop round by mostly supporting his existing board with chaff, some more sabers, and finally making a cheeky play with his wasps, because they were starting to just feed the mustangs and not contribute much where they were. He clicks the jump drive tech and puts them on a flank with some chaff to create a problem for Ragin to deal with. Just to use his money while he waits for unit drops, he gets the tower defense and level 2 attack upgrades to finish off his turn.
Wow, he actually stormed me. What? That's kind of nuts. And double shield. That's really expensive. Well, I got the slowdown.
With the missile slowing down the Rhino flank, and the Wasp flank having success for Rooster, the shenanigans are in Rooster's favor. And so is the main tide of the battle now that he's caught up in Sabertooth techs and is landing double shots on key units. The storm spell really doesn't stop Rooster's sabers from doing their job, and Ragin's bubbles have melted. It seems like Rooster was right that storm really wasn't the play there, but I can't blame Ragin as it's hard to resist those big red spells. They've been trading blows, but the fate of the match lies in the choices they make when the unit drop finally comes. The unit drop round is here, and what an intense one. Both players' boards are weak to the Wraith, but the Phantom Rain marksman would demolish it. If either player makes the wrong choice here, they could be in a tough spot. So what does Ragin pick? He actually goes triple level 1 Wraith, even though he might face triple level 3 marksman, the madman. But will Rooster go for it, or will he be tempted by the Wraith, Vulcan, or even go for Wraith himself?
I mean, neither of us really can deal with phantoms, but I guess the marksmen are there, potentially.
He's thinking about the Rays, but will he do it? He knows they would be great for his flank, but it's a risk because he doesn't know if Raging went for the marksman. He wants to. He does. And he puts them on the flank where they will demolish the defensive Wraith Ragin placed there. Of course, it is not over yet for Raging. His Wraiths are going to demolish Rooster's front line, enabling Ragin's Saberteeth to shoot first. If Ragin can defend the flank from Rooster and get a favorable tower debuff timing, his Mustangs and Wraiths will be more than enough to kill the Phantom Rays if Rooster doesn't tech armor. He's trying a new Rhino angle that might help him get that tower debuff, and he's committing more into the race. He's teching range and recruiting 2 of them. He's even selling a Sabertooth to shield and missile. This is such an aggressive play, and this is classic for high-level players. You wait until the unit drop round to make huge plays. He's basically saying, look, if you aren't prepared enough for my huge commitment into Wraiths, I can kill you in a single turn. But Rooster's Phantom Rays are no joke. These are level 3 Rays and they scale really well. And he does tech armor. I still think Ragin can kill them, but he needs a good tower debuff. This game is really coming down to the execution and defense of these flank plays. The Rhino from Raging and the Ray Wasp combo from Rooster. This is really incredible attention to detail by Rooster. He is clicking on every saber to make sure it's locking onto a high health target. And if it's not, he buys Mobile Beacon and he changes the angle of the unit to make sure it's going to lock on to an enemy saber.
Can I not fix this?
Games like this get so intense. Rooster is really running down the clock. You can hear it ticking. He's making moves as fast as he can and he barely finishes his turn in time.
Oh, fuck. Wraith?
Watch those flanks. You can see in the top left, the Wasps assassinate the Wraith. Meanwhile, on the bottom right, the Crawlers and Phantom Rays were pulled to defend the Rhino flank.
Why did he just buy triple Wraith into a turn that had like 3 level 3 marksmen in it?
You know I'm getting more Wraiths if I'm not dead.
Huh? Like, that's completely insane, no?
So I think Rooster's pretty clearly going to win this one, but if Ragin survives and defends this flank better, I could easily see the next round go the other way. And he does survive, even if only barely. The cards aren't anything too crazy, so it seems this round is still coming down just to skill. Firebomb is a powerful spell, but neither board is that weak to it.
Could, like, Incendiary the Stangs, but I don't think I need to cheese.
Rooster goes for Laser Sight and puts it on his flank, probably hoping it reaches the tower even faster, and also reinforces his flank with another Phantom Ray. He levels his Wasp and moves it to the Rhino flank and places a missile. Risky, given that the Rhino could redeploy to the other side and the Rays were already dealing with it fairly well. But you can tell by the way Rooster prioritizes both his aggressive flank and his flank defense that he realizes this game is going to be won or lost by the flanks. The rest of his turn is some simple missiles, taking levels, and adding some chaff. I'm a little surprised he does nothing to defend his left flank besides a missile, but he knows anything moved there will take some time to warp in, as well as being hit with the missile and pulling the aggro of the crawler pack. But still, I probably would have at least leveled the tower once, but what do I know?
Yeah, I guess.
Ragin also goes for laser sight. With Mass Wraith, he definitely doesn't need Incendiary Bomb to help with chaff, and none of the other cards make sense. He sells his Rhino, as even when things go well, it hasn't been connecting with the tower. He uses the deployment module to move his Mustangs up to the front line. They were too far back to reach the battle very quickly, and funnily enough, if Rooster had tried to go for Firebomb on them, this would have thrown him off. True to his word, Ragin techs 8 gun and Elite recruits 2 more Wraiths.
Wow, 8 gun as well. What the...
Finally, Ragin now focuses last on his flank defense, adding missile and moving another Wraith in for defense. He's staggering 3 missiles here. The hope is that when the missile debuff hits the first unit, the units behind it which aren't debuffed will fly over them, and then the next missile will hit both units at once, and the third missile will finish them off.
Give that a go. Put more.
Well, that one got insta-gibbed.
What a bastard. It's gonna work.
And so did that one. Oof. That missile though.
That's so annoying. Well, now all the fucking tricks there. Shit. Should have just max leveled that tower. Son of a... Ugh. I hate Phantom Rays so much. Yeah, I lose to them a lot, and then I try to use them, and then I lose. So I do not understand the unit, clearly. I thought I did for a second, but I don't. They are, like, incredible flanking units.
Yeah, I mean, this flank is nasty. The poor Wraith just got absolutely one-shots, but he should have added, like, a crawler or something to, like, distract the first shots, because, like, obviously this is gonna get instantly killed.
I know, I thought that 3 missiles and 2 8-shot elite recruited Wraiths would be enough, but that was my bad for thinking that. What I should have done is sold the donut that I put there, made the tower level 5, then I would have been able to play the game.
But I don't know, like, going Wraith there is, like, insane to me. Going Wraith on the turn that both Phantom and Marksman is offered. I also guess they didn't have enough Mustangs to clear properly. But, yeah, I don't know. Crazy game, though. Crazy game.
Holy cow, this has been another Mechabellum video from me, Justin. Look, I know this is a meme YouTuber thing to say, but currently I have 4 subscribers. If you appreciated this video and would like more, helping me reach 10 subscribers would give me the encouragement I need to make another one, as well as the usual stuff like liking and commenting. Till next time.